Hello, friends. So it's Sunday afternoon, and I unfortunately don't have an origin story ready to share with you all this afternoon. I spent a lot of time this week looking at different word histories, but unfortunately couldn't find anything interesting or really worth sharing, which is really a shame. But you know, what can you do? Sometimes that's just the way it is. So maybe I'll just skip this week and tune in again next Sunday, and hopefully there will be something more interesting. Ooh. Wait. I just had an idea all of a sudden. I feel energized. I feel, wow, okay, it's interesting. I breathed in and all of a sudden I feel inspired almost. And actually, etymologically, that makes sense. The verb inspire is nowadays used mostly transitively, in the figurative sense, denoting some kind of mental stimulation. But it also has a lesser known medical meaning, where it is used intransitively to denote the action of breathing in or inhaling air through the lungs. And it's through this medical sense that our word inspire is derived. If we go back to the word's Latin ancestor, we see that inspire is actually a combination of two Latin components. The first component is the prefix in, meaning basically the same as the English word in that we use today. And the second component is the verb spiro, or to breathe. It's a verb that is the ancestor of many modern English words that directly or indirectly have to do with breathing, such as respire and its noun respiration, or literally to breathe again, that is, to breathe in and out repeatedly. Perspire, or literally to breathe through, as in breathing everywhere and constantly, and so hard that the breath comes out as sweat. The related verb transpire, which in English refers only to water evaporation in plants, but in other languages, such as French, refers to a very human process, that is, to sweat. Expire, or to breathe out, as in breathing out one's last breath, and thus expiring. And also conspiracy, or literally breathing together. And it doesn't end there. If we look further at the verb spiro, we see that its past participle is spiritus, or literally a breathing. And breathing is the basis of being alive, and so when one receives the spiritus, then one also receives life, as happened, for example, in the book of Genesis, in the Christian Bible. So, as a result, spiritus, the ancestor of our modern word spirit, gradually became associated with the so-called Holy Spirit, the animating force that gives us life. And so therefore, when we are inspired, we literally receive a breath from some divine force that gives us not only life, but also great ideas. For example, the great idea to make a video on the origin story of inspire. So that's the end of this video, but I still actually have a little bit of that initial divine breath left over. So I think I'll use what's left to get started working on the next one, before it loses its freshness. In any case, thanks for watching.